Oda Galamesy. The minority caucus in Parliament is scandalized by the admission of the municipal chief executive of the Birim Central Municipality, Solomon Kusibrako, that illegal miners were fined various sums of money for illegally mining in the Achimodan environs and released to continue their illegal activities. This was after some of these illegal miners, who described themselves as NDC branch executives, had cause to complain because the same MC who took monies from them directed the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, NAMOS, to their site to burn their equipment. After newspaper publications attributed its source to a leaked tape from an NDC platform, the MC held a press conference and confirmed that it was the municipal finance officer who took the money, obviously an acceptance of his deed, as legal fines for the illegal activities of the miners, and went further to show receipts to that effect. In fact, he flagged the receipts. The minority is questioning why His Excellency President Mohammed's representative in the Birim Central Municipality, which is Achimoda, will defend the imposition of a fine for an illegal activity, which is Galamesy. With all its devastating effects, why will he still compromise on the president's supposedly avowed interest in fighting Galamesy? Why would this same MC direct the NAMOS operations to clamp down on these miners after taking very huge sums, so-called legal fines from them, for their equipment to be destroyed before they were engaged in illegality? Does the MC have the prerogative to collect fines? According to the Local Governance Act 2016, Act 936, the power to impose and collect fines lies with the courts. Section 162 of the Local Governance Act 2016, Act 936, outlines the powers of the District Assembly, but it does not grant the municipal chief executive the authority to collect fines, as opposed to what we are seeing. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, Section 46 of the Minerals and Mining Act 2006, Act 703, states that any person who contravenes the Act or its regulations commits an offense and is liable to a fine or imprisonment. The court determines the fine or penalty. We in the minority can now say of a fact, and this is a fact, that the MC is engaged in ultra-vires. When the MC attempted to show the purported receipt to the cameras during the press conference, some observations were made. The receipt book number 03729141, date of payment September 25th to 2025. Payer's name Vincent Sejara, amount collected 15,000 cedis. Receipt examination. Each receipt sheet has an original and two duplicates with different colors of printing. Original receipts typically have light blue or green color, while duplicates are pink and off-white. All this indicate inconsistency. And in fact, we believe that these were receipts that were just made by the MC for his pocket. The MC presented the original receipt still fixed in the booklet during the press conference, instead of the duplicates, which should have been left in the booklet. There are real suspicions of the posture and activities of this municipal chief executive, and we are calling on His Excellency the President to bring him to book. We are asking the President to take charge of the activities in the Achim Oda municipality or constituency, that this same municipal chief executive has become extremely arrogant and has now taken upon himself the activities of NAMOS. The MC's actions and presentation of the original receipt suggest an attempt to cover up alleged extortion. The fact that the original receipt was still in the booklet despite allegedly being issued a month prior to the press conference further supports the notion that the MC is trying to fabricate evidence. It appears that no receipt was actually issued to the payer or the payers, as we have been told, or as emphasized by one of the minors, and the MC's explanation is inconsistent with standard receipt issuance and practices. Today, our press conference here is to ask His Excellency, the President, to call this municipal chief executive to order. If the President genuinely wants to fight Galamsey, the MC is just doing the opposite of what the President intends, if at all. The MC is collecting monies from illegal miners and getting them to understand that they are actually engaging in legal activities. It is time to let most municipal and district chief executives understand that they are all supposed to operate within the remits of the law. And Solomon Braco is not one of the persons who should run from the law. We are calling on His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, please call on this MC. He is causing problems, the problems that we are being confronted with as a result of Galamsey. He is one of the perpetrators. Please call him and call him to book. Thank you very much.